Daf Mem Gimel Amud Beis. We'll begin at Daf Mem Gimel Amud Aleph, 8 lines from the bottom. We were discussing the sheet of Rabbi Lezer, that he holds that Chometz Gomer al Yedei Taruvas, that there is a lav involved over there. The Eruva is belav. Chometz Gomer is koretz, but al Yedei Taruvas it's a lav. Frankly, more of Rabbi Lezer, belav menale. Where do we see that al Yedei Taruvas is a lav? The pasuk says, "Kol machmetzes loisechel." It says, "Don't eat any machmetzes. Don't eat anything which has chometz in it." So it says machmetzes. That means something that contains chometz, even a taruvus, something that even has a taruvus in it. So, frankly, the Gemara, well, if that's the case, if we have the riboy, ihachi koros namilachai. If it's included in the Isser of Chometz, then there should be also, like regular Chometz, it should have the punishment of Koros. It says that if a person eats Machmetzes, there's Koros. So if Machmetzes means that it's a Taruvus, then there should be Koros as well. Mora says, how me boile? No, I need that to tell me, that Machmetzes, to teach me the following. Ainly Eleshin is Chometz Meilo. I only know if it became Chometz on its own. Machmas Davar Acher Minayin. How do I know that it became Chometz? Through something that made it Chometz, an agent that was Machmes it. Talmud Loimar Kol Machmeses V'Nechroso. So it says Machmeses V'Nechroso. So therefore, this is referring to not Al Yedei Taruv. This is referring to Chometz Gomor, but that it became Chometz Al Yedei, something that's machametz through a leavening agent. Frankly, Gemara, if that's the case, the lav also, then I should say, for the lav also that machmeset can't teach me more than that, and I would say also that it means to teach me that if it became through a leavening agent, also that it's coming to teach you that there is the law. But how do you know to be marba taruvus? Ella time of the Rabbi Lezer. Rather, the Gemara says, what is the reason for Rabbi Lezer that we say for a taruvus? All the time of the Rabbi Lezer mikol from kol machmeses. So therefore, you learn out even if it has something that became through a mixture through a taruvus. So frankly, more if that's the case, asamnami haksiv kol. Well, it says by chorus. It also says kol. It says kol machmetzes. So therefore, you should say that there is not only a lav, but by a taruvus there's also chorus. More says no. Hahumi boy leila rabba says anosh. Over there, the kol is to include women, to tell you that for chometz that the women have the isser of that, and therefore they have chorus if they eat chometz gomer. So, frankly, tomorrow, I don't need that to teach me Noshim. Noshim is Rabbi Yehuda Marav Navke. He says, Noshim, I know from Yehuda Marav. Doma Rabbi Yehuda Marav, V'chein Tana de Rabbi Shmuel, Amar Kra Ish Oy Isha Ki Yasami Kol Chatoi Sa'ad. It says, a man or a woman, if they do any of the Chatoi Sa'ad, any of the sins, Isha Kosev, Ish Li Isha, Isha Li Ish, V'chol Einshim Shabbatayr. It equates it to for all punishments. So if there is a punishment involved, if the man has chorus, and if it's an isser that a woman has, she has similarly the same isser. So I don't have to be marba for the kol, noshim for chorus. They're automatically included in the same isser. No, we need a rewind. We can't include noshim automatically. Even though generally speaking we do include noshim, but here I might have thought otherwise. Because Salka died to come in and might have thought, Hoya, Oksiv, Loisaychalav, Chometz, Shivas Shamtachalav Matzah, since the Torah links together the eating of matzah with the Isser of not eating Chometz. So I might have thought that Kol Sheyeshna B'Kol Machol Matzah, Yeshna B'Bal Teichal Chometz. I might have think that it's only those who have the chiyuv of eating matzah, they have the issur of not eating chometz. V'hani noshi and women, matzah, since I would have thought that they don't have the mitzvah of eating matzah, because the Havale mitzvah says man groma, because it's a mitzvah says man groma, so I would have assumed that they don't have the mitzvah of eating matzah. And therefore, Ema bebal teichel chametz nami lasno. I might have therefore assumed that therefore they don't have the Isser of eating chametz kamash malan. That's why I need over here the riboy to tell me that noshim are included. So over here, as far as the chorus is concerned, I don't have the riboy to tell me that by taruvas chametz there's chorus. I don't have a riboy for that. And the riboy applied to women. I apply it to women because I might have thought that women aren't included because of the link to matzah. But now that I have this riboy and I apply it to the Isser of Nadin Chometz, it's Rabbanami Lachilas Matzah. And therefore, now I link it together and say women have the chiyuv of eating matzah. That women have a chiyuv of eating matzah, devar Torah. Shenemar lo yisayich alav chometz. Torah says, don't eat chometz. Kol sheyesh lo b'al teichel chometz, yesh lo b'achilas matzah. Wherever there is an issur of eating chometz, there's a chiyuv of matzah. V'hanin noshin nami, and women, as we just demonstrated, holy yesh lo b'al teichel chometz, since they're included in the issur of not eating chometz. Yeshna bekuma chol matzah. They have the chiyuv of eating matzah, and now they're linked together. So I would have assumed that the link therefore tells me that they don't apply to both, but in fact, now that I have a riboy that they're included in the Isser of Chometz, they also have the chiyuv of matzah. Now, as Masha explains, therefore, once we have that the riboy of the women are included in the chorus, Memela automatically they are included completely in the lav of not eating chametz as well. Meaning the havamina to exclude them has been dispelled. We've negated that reasoning, that approach to exclude them. And Memela, they're included completely. They're included in the chorus, included in the lav as well. The Gemara, is the high color well, you're saying that the kol is a riboy, and we're marbe noshim for chorus for eating chometz and pesach, but we exclude taruvas chometz, that there's no chorus for taruvas chometz. There's a lav for taruvas chometz, but not chorus. Eim l'rabuya eruvoy. Why shouldn't I rather say that the riboy is to be marbe chorus for taruvas chometz, not for women? One answers mistaber kol boichlin marba oichlin. It's more mistaber to say when the Torah is referring to kol oichel, that person who eats, it's referring to people who are eating, so it includes other people who are eating. So meaning other eaters, other people who eat, including women. Kol boichlin marba necholim. But if it's talking about people who eat, it's not mistaber to say it's talking about nechol, that those things that are eaten, foods that are eaten. So it's more mistaber to say that it's including women and excluding items that are eaten, excluding ta'aruvas. Maskef law Rav Nassan Avud Rav Huna, he asks a kasha even though the context is referring to people who eat, doesn't it sometimes include things that are eaten? We learned in the Braisa, ki kol oichel chelav min abehema asher yakid. If a person eats chelav from an animal that you're makiv on mizbeach, so he has the punishment is chorus. Ein liel chelav to me mishor chorus. So the pasuk says kol oichel chelav min abehema asher yakid, something that you're makiv on the mizbeach. So I only know that it applies to the chelav of behema that you're going to be makiv on the mizbeach, meaning that it's tvimim. So, but how would I know chelav balei mumin minayin? How do I know chelav balei mumin? Talmud loymar mina behema. So we have the extra riboy behema, mina behema, to teach me other kinds of animals as well, even those that you can't be makiv on the mizbeach. Chelav chulin minayin. How do I know to be marbe? Even the chelav of chulin, of animals that cannot be even the ones who hurt mim, they can't be makiv on the mizbeach, that have no connection to the mizbeach. Tam b'leimer ki kol. So you see the ki kol, the lashon of kol. We are marbe different types of animals, the chelav of different types of animals, even chulin, that the person who eats a chelav is chayiv chorus. But over here we see, even though it's talking about a person who eats, it's talking about the people who eat, that he's chayiv koros for eating, we're also mar b'necholim, different types of things that are being eaten. More answers. Over there, where there's no other oichlem to be marba, therefore, by process of elimination, by al korchach, we have to say, therefore, it's marba nechol, it's marba foods. But over here we have the ability to be marba people who eat. So therefore we should say, if we have the ability to be marba oichlem, that means women, we're not going to abandon the oichlem and say it's not including the oichlem and we're going to necholim. If there are no oichlem to be marba, al karchach, you have to be marba necholim. But if we have oichlem to be marba, we're not going to be marba necholim. So the Rabbanan who doesn't do and hold of Eruv, and they don't hold that a person needs Taruvas Chometz, there's no lav over there, so therefore you're saying that they don't darshan kol, because if they darshan the kol, they would be marba Taruvas. So we must say that kol loy darshi ela nashim enolahu. If they don't darshan kol, then how in fact do they know that women are chayiv eating Chometz and Pesach? Our answer is kol loy darshi ki kol darshi. They don't darshan kol, but ki kol, where the lashon is ki kol, machmetzes v'nechrosa, that they do darshan. Rabbi Lezer, in fact, more Rabbi Lezer, ema kol l'rabas esanosh. Well, Rabbi Lezer does darshan kol, so perhaps I should say that kol is to be marba nosha. Ki kol l'rabas es eruvoi, and ki kol is to be marba eruvoi. So why shouldn't I say that there's also a chorus for ta'aruvas? If Rabbi Lezer darshans kol, so therefore we should darshan both kol and the ki kol, and have two riboyim, that by women there's chorus, and also for ta'aruvas there's chorus. Why don't we say that? Maybe we'll say that the ki he doesn't darshan. I'll show you that he does. Vatanya will learn in the Brisa. So, Baal Taktir. The Torah says that on the Mizbeach, you're not maktir, you don't burn the Mizbeach, so, in the Kula. I would have said that only applies that only if the korban is, if it's all chametz. Mix also minoim, how do I know even if a portion of it is chametz? Talmud Loimer kol. It says kol. So it says kol, that you can't be marba, you can't be maktir rather, you can't be marba, even if a part of it. A rubunayin, how do I know even if there's a taruvis of chometz, you can't be maktir? How do I know? Talmud Loimar, ki kol. He darshans ki, it's also ki. Now how do we know this is Rabbi Lezer? Man shamadle, the darish kol. Who is the Tana that we know that darshans kol, the word kol? It's Rabbi Lezer. That's Rabbi Lezer. He darshans into the kol. So the ki, the kadorish ki kol, and he darshans ki kol. So you see, he darshans both. So similarly, we should say over here that he should darshan both. He should darshan ki and the kol, and to be marba even the taruvas for korah. Kasha, stake kasha.